Hey guys, so I've been collecting autographs for about 25, 26 years now, off and on, nothing too crazy, but pretty much consistently over the last 25, 26 years. And when I first started collecting autographs, I didn't really have a rhyme or reason. I first started getting, uh, collected a lot of sports cards back in the mid to late 90s, and started getting autograph cards. Like, okay, this is pretty cool. And um, then I started requesting autographs through the mail, not just sports figures, but celebrities and all that. And there was a magazine that really motivated me. It was called Autograph Collecting Magazine, and that really give me a place to start, and it really helped me out with my collecting. But like I said, when I started, I didn't really have a goal. I didn't really have a, a team or an athlete or an actor or actress or whatever specifically to collect. I just collected whoever and whatever I could get my hands on. And so one of my first autographs um, was from Terry Bradshaw. This book's from 2001, and I heard on the radio or whatever at the time that he was doing a book signing tour, and he was going to be at the local Walmart like in a week or so, whatever like that. And so I actually had my wife go get the autograph for me. So she did the heavy lifting. She went and waited in line and paid and all that, and got the autograph. And like I said, this book's from 2001, so it's definitely one of my first autographs, and I think definitely my first autograph book, signed book. So he was on a book signing tour back then, and there's a signature, the inscription, whatever. Terry Bradshaw right there, and everybody knows Terry Bradshaw, even if you're not into sports. But yeah, four-time winning Super Bowl quarterback. Two out of those four times, he was the MVP. So very well known. Like I said, even if you're not into sports, you know who he was. But it was kind of like a one and done thing. I got that, kind of stuck it in a box, and didn't really think about it too much. But over time, I started collecting more autographs, and so I was getting autographs through the mail. I would send out cards and index cards and ask celebrities and athletes and things like that for autographs through the mail, and never really thought about it. And also at the time, there was certain card companies that would put out autographed product, and one was Upper Deck SP Signature Edition Football. And this box, I forget how much it was at the time. I imagine it was, to me, it probably was expensive, but I thought, what the hell? But every pack in the box had at least one autographed card. And this is Ken Stabler. Ken Stabler won one Super Bowl, Super Bowl 11, back in the day. And like I said, when I started collecting autographs, I didn't really think about it, but or like I said, collect a specific athlete or team or things like that, or like anything like that. But after I started getting these autographs or signatures and things through the mail, I realized that, hey, these guys like won some Super Bowls. And the next one I got, I believe, was Jim Plunkett, right here, two-time winning quarterback for one-time MVP, Super Bowls 15 and 18. And this was by Fleer. This is another product by Fleer. I forget if they had an autograph per pack in the box, but I do have a bunch of these cards. They're not all the same. They're not all the same style. Like, these were pretty much the same style, but from the Upper Deck series, SP series. But yeah, so I got Jim Plunkett right there, and I got through the mail. I got a Joe Montana. Joe Montana is a four-time winning Super Bowl quarterback and three-time MVP with Super Bowls 16, 19, 23, and 24. And no, I cannot prove that this is signed by Joe Montana. It was through the mail request. I got it back. I don't have any reason to believe that it's false, or I cannot prove that it's accurate, actual autograph. I'm not going to ever sell these. They're going to stay with me. I'm not going to try to sell these to anybody. And so I'm not too worried about the authenticity, so to speak. It stays with me. It's going to stay in my collection. But yeah, Joe Montana, I thought that was pretty cool. God, I got this probably around 2005 or somewhere around there. It was really pretty early back in the day. And I just got this one recently. Joe Theismann. Other guys who would sell their through the mail autograph football cards on eBay. And I just got this one. And Joe Theismann was a one-time winning quarterback, Super Bowl 17. So right there, that's pretty cool. I got that one. I got Brett Favre. This one took about a year and a half, 2 years to get back in the mail. I had forgotten all about it. Wasn't even thinking about it. It's kind of hard to see the autograph right there, Brett Favre. But he was a one-time winning Super Bowl quarterback, I believe, Super Bowl 31, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, that was definitely very, very cool. Totally forgot about this when I sent it out, and it got, like I said, almost 2 and a half, 2 years to get back to me. But I'm not complaining one bit, so that was very, very cool. And this was another one I got through the mail. Or maybe I got this in eBay. I can't remember. I think it was eBay. And this is John Elway. And John Elway was a two-time winning Super Bowl quarterback for Super Bowl 32 and 33. And like I said, once again, I'll say it again. I cannot prove that these are actually authentic autographs. I was not there to see them signed, but I don't have any reason to believe otherwise. So I have to give, benefit of the doubt to the people that sold it on eBay or through the mail, returns, things like that. So, like I said, I'm not going to get rid of these either anyways, so there's going to stay in my collection. But yeah, John Elway right there. And this was one-time Super Bowl winning quarterback Kurt Warner, Super Bowl 34. He was the MVP. I think he was a one and done, right? Yeah, he just is a one-time Super Bowl winner with the St. Louis Rams right there. I believe St. Louis Rams. Very cool. This was another through the mail return. I thought that was very, very cool. And this one I actually bought on eBay years ago, nearly 20 years ago, I think, like this. But it was such a good deal at the time. I think this was less than $20 at the time, and it was a Peyton Manning autographed Upper Deck SPX card right there, and definitely worth the investment. And Peyton Manning has won 2 Super Bowls, MVP of one of them, 41 and 50, right there. Definitely good investment. Like I said, I don't really like to try to buy autographs and fabricate a collection, but that one was just too good to pass up at the time. It was like super affordable back 15, 20 years ago, I think, on eBay. So that was like one of my best investments right there. And this one was Drew Brees. This was he was with the Saints. He won Super Bowl 44, and he was the MVP, one-time winner. And you can see, obviously, he was in his San Diego Chargers uniform still. I sent it to the Saints, and he still returned it, even though it was an old uniform. So I appreciate that. So yeah, I think that was pretty cool. Collected several Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, not intentionally, just happened to be like that. And I thought that would be kind of cool to go over some card pulls through packs, autograph book signings, through the mail returns, eBay purchases. So just random hit and miss collection. I thought that would be kind of cool to go over. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys later.